Hello, blessings, soul family. This is Love with Sialo. Sialo is my name, and today the conversation is about protecting ourselves when there is a lot of chaos or drama or confusion surrounding us or inside of our brains. So I've noticed that there is a type of pull that I often feel, especially towards people who I'm really close with. And when they are going through something that's really challenging, there is a feeling of wanting to be there for them. And one of the things that I've experienced, and I know a lot of people relate to, is a feeling of not knowing whether that's appropriate, because we often feel this pull so strongly that we will step into helping another person even to our own detriment. So you might relate to this if you also relate to the term of empath, where we feel the other person's emotions so strongly. And so it can be challenging to distinguish the difference between what the other person is experiencing and what we are experiencing. And in that process, we can give up our own needs for the purpose of being present for the other person. There's quite a few things that happen as a side effect of this, and one of them can really be just feeling drained and confused of why that is. So I would like to bring you back to, if this is something you're experiencing or you know somebody who does this, to bring you back to a simple practice that can help you to feel more present for yourself, to refuel yourself. And there's not one practice that can do this, there's many, but one that really supports me the strongest is simply giving myself time and space. So a time and a space where I am alone and safe. And it does take a lot of effort to set that up sometimes, especially when we are feeling that pull. It can be really challenging to consciously choose to step back into our own space and take time for ourselves. But just that experience of having time and space to be with myself and to feel what my body is experiencing, to sort through the thoughts, can be so healing. And even just a few moments, a few deep breaths, a few moments of paying attention to yourself can give you that opportunity to get in touch with what your needs are and to refuel yourself. And in that process, you are then going to be able to be more present for other people. But the intention is really to switch that focus and bring it back into yourself so that you are fully embodied in your current experience and able to discern where you are able to be helpful and where you need to turn your focus back inward. For me, I'm just going to be a little bit vulnerable and share my personal story. I had a lot of experiences of giving myself without taking care of myself. And I would notice that I would often just feel so incredibly drained and hopeless about how to change that. And once I took radical responsibility for my part in choosing that and decided that I wanted to change it, it changed everything for me. And really, it was such a deep experience, profound experience, to switch that focus really radically, not just in simple moments, but in entire lifestyle changes, is how I ended up needing to do it. There's a really beautiful little butterfly that landed right beside the camera. I threw it away. With this cute, tiny little orange butterfly. So maybe that's a message for somebody about transformation, and orange being the color of the vitality and the awakening and the active fire. You know, orange is quite far out from the center of the fire. It's a large fire by the time it turns orange. So you'll notice even in that experience just now, I turned my focus inward just for a moment. And even just that quick moment does give me permission to re-ground, recenter, and to understand the bigger perspective. It's like taking a step back and being able to look at things from that new perspective, where there's just a little bit more awareness of the whole picture. Because when we get pulled into other people's stuff, it can feel like this vortex, and it can feel like you don't know how to get out, and it is very narrowly focused. So to step back out of that can be really challenging because that pull, but it is so rewarding because you will be able to feel a little bit more of yourself and to offer yourself whatever it is that you need in order to recenter, to ground into the present moment, into your body, and into what you are experiencing, so that you can be present with your mission and your calling and your peace, which is really so sacred and worth, so worth protecting and prioritizing. Much love to you. Blessings, blessings.